Start over. Oh gosh, yeah.
I nailed
okay,
that.
yeah, you did. Okay, go ahead.
Hi guys, welcome. We are super excited to be here with you today and starting something that has been on our hearts for a while now. We're really excited about it. Hopefully you are too.
And that's something that we are starting will be a video podcast or channel or show or whatever you want to call it, wherever you're watching it, listening to it, or anything like that. Yeah, that's what we're starting.
Yeah, so we are calling it Life Starts Now, and we are going to get into why we're calling it that a little bit later. But for now, the reasoning behind why we even want to start this in the first place is we have noticed that recently in our conversations with our friends, our coworkers, other couples that we like to hang out with, we've seen some of the same kind of trending topics, and a lot of those revolve around time spent talking about struggles that happen post-college when you actually have to start this thing called adulting, and things that they might not teach you in school, and things that are real life and are actually happening, and that could be anywhere from finances to marriage to living expenses to working and finding your passion in that area to creating your first budget to anything there and in between. So we want to just kind of start something that talks about some of those topics in a very real, vulnerable, transparent way, and you can come alongside us on that journey, basically.
Yeah, and just to add to a little bit of that, it's, as she said, it's been something that has come up in a lot of recent conversations, and so after talking for a couple weeks, we kind of decided that we'd like to share some of our struggles, some of our success, all the things that we've learned after college that has helped us be where we are today, and we just wanted to share that with you guys. And she's very good at sharing stuff on social media if you don't follow her, and I have a video camera, so we thought why not combine the two and try and add a little bit of value to other people's lives who have gone through and are going through the same struggles as we do, and so that's something that we wanted to start.
Okay, so your first question might be, why on earth would we listen to two 24-year-olds that haven't even been married for 2 years yet?
A couple chumps out here.
And that's a valid question, and we by no means claim to be experts at any of these topics, but we do feel like we've made some right decisions along the way, and when we don't, we learn from those mistakes, and we've had an ample amount of amazing mentors that God has given us along our journey, and so we want to kind of pay that forward and share some of the things we've failed at, some of the things we have succeeded at, and things we're going through now, things we're going to go through in the future. And so that's basically our little claim, is that we know we're not experts, but we are excited to come alongside of you and learn with you and grow with you in these areas.
With that being said, we want to share a little bit of our background, and we want to be very transparent with you, just because we believe that transparency has really helped us in our success, and we want you to be able to know that stuff like this that we've done is possible, and we want to give you the exact steps. We don't want to leave anything out. We want to give you the exact steps that we've done, and the exact numbers that we've put up, so you can do things in the time that we've done them.
And sidebar on that, we don't want this to be another fake thing that you see on social media that makes our lives look amazing and like there's no struggles and no hardships, because that's just not real, and too many people portray that on social media, and that's a whole nother subject, but that's not going to be us. That's not what we stand for, and not what this is going to be about.
Right, so going on that, here are some of our accomplishments that we have gone through and done after we've graduated college.
Yeah, a few steps along the way. So for For those of you that don't know, Cole and I dated pretty much all through high school, all through college. God led us even closer in college and made it very obvious to us that he wanted us to be husband and wife. So Cole and I were engaged and married with 6 months left of college. That being said, we had 6 months left of college, therefore we were still paying to go to school. We had no job because we were full-time students and Cole was a full-time athlete. And so when we started marriage, immediately finances were going to be kind of like a red flag for us. So we graduated, fast forward a little bit, we graduated college and we graduated with $42,000 of debt. That was from a car that we bought right after we got married, and then I had a lot of student loans. I was not lucky enough to be on a scholarship, so we had that all accumulated to starting out our lives together with no income, no jobs, and $42,000 of debt hanging over our head. So that's how our story kind of started.
Yeah.
Sorry. We did pay that off in less than a year, and that is a big part of our story and something that we're excited to share with you on how we did that, and a huge celebration in our lives in the first year and a half of our marriage, but we'll get into more about that later.
Yep, there's a lot of stuff we can talk about that and how freeing that is and how wonderful not being a slave to that is. So I, coming out of college, got a good offer for a great job downtown Des Moines. Ended up quitting after 3 weeks to pursue my passion of videography, and so I started my own videography business. And thanks to this woman, because I don't know if I would have been able to do that quite yet without her sacrifice and us kind of squeezing through on one income with 2 people and one who eats quite a bit. So
Wait, you or me?
well, that's true. We both eat quite a bit. So
okay, so I was lucky enough to land a teaching position right after graduation, and so I am a full-time teacher. I'm going into my 2.5 year since I started mid-year, and that has been an awesome journey and blessing in my life. In addition to that, I have also recently been starting online health and fitness mentoring, and so that is kind of my own entrepreneur business that I've started in the past couple of months and have also been finding a lot of joy in. Throughout this whole kind of background, so that's like a little bit catching up to speed from when we were married, when we were married until what we're doing now. And all along those, every step of the way, we have learned a ton about living by faith and living with 100% trust in God during many of those times. So that's been a huge part of our journey so far as well.
So you may be thinking to yourself, why Life Starts Now? Why did you guys come up with that name, and what does that represent?
Yeah, so that was definitely some hours, days of thinking, thought-provoking conversations, but we did we decided that we liked Life Starts Now because what that represents for us is the independent adult life that you have to start once you graduate college, or for some of us when you graduate high school, depending on kind of what path you took. Up until then, you are really dependent on the people in your life that raised you, and after that you are thrown into this world of a whole new set of rules, set of things that you need to learn. Nobody in school teaches you about insurance. Nobody in school teaches you about taxes. Nobody teaches you about marriage or creating a lifelong relationship with another human being. So those are the types of things that we kind of want to talk about, and those are the things that we feel kind of begin your life after college. So I want to reiterate that we don't claim to be experts on any of these topics. We're just two millennials that are excited to share about our journey and share with you and learn alongside of you, make mistakes, and we hope that you see us as two imperfect people that make a lot of mistakes, but take those mistakes and use them as opportunities to learn. And we're just two basically kids still trying to figure things out in an adult world.
Yeah, absolutely. And just to finish off, yeah, we don't want this to just be us telling you things. We want your interaction, we want your questions, we want your ideas, anything that you think might help. If you're wondering about anything, we'd love to eventually, I know we know a lot of people that have helped us that we'd love to have on the show or video podcasts or whatever to talk about some of the things that has helped them and that they've told us that's helped us. So with that being said, we do have a couple of topics that we'd like to talk about in future episodes.
Yeah, we have some things that people have already brought to our attention and people that we've already kind of talked to. So we have some exciting topics down the pipeline.
Definitely. But at the same time, we want to hear from you guys. What are some of the things that you've been struggling with? Whether that's budgeting, finding the right apartment that's not too expensive. I know we probably scoured entire Des Moines before we came to our conclusion. And we got some great tips on that, or anything along those lines. How much should I be budgeting for food? How do I start my own business? What were some of the steps you take? Anything really. If you have a question and we think we can answer it, we'd love to do that for you. So, I mean, yeah, with that being said, I'm gonna put all of our social media in the links or on screen, and if you have any questions, contact us through Instagram DMs, on Twitter, Facebook. We have an email that I'll put up for you guys to contact, all those kind of things. That'd be great if you guys could help out, and we are insanely excited to get this started. I hope you guys are too. So yeah, that's really all we got. This is our introduction, and we just can't wait to get some of the stuff we've learned. We really want to just help out some of the other millennials, couples, people after college, whatever you want to call them, with really starting life, because it's a whole new world out there, and if you don't know what you're doing, it can be rough. So,
All right.
got anything else?
I think you said it all.
All right. I think that's it, guys. Thanks so much, and we will see you on the next episode. Peace.